Okay, I have something real fun today and very exciting, and maybe take you into a space that you'll have another epiphany because they're endless. And we're going to talk about the final chapter and why we are here at this time period and what is meant to happen, can happen, will happen, what the probabilities are. We're going to go into it. And I'm going to share something with you because this is really exciting news about the final chapter of planet Earth. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears and live an amazing life. And by the way, yes, that's why we came here, to break through the fears. Why? Everything has a cycle. Everything has a cycle, yet it never ends. You are part of the play. You are a chapter in the book of planet Earth. And that book is coming to an end. No, I don't mean the planet's going to blow up or destroy. I'm talking about the final story that we came here to create. Now, here's what I want to propose to you. And whether you believe this or not about yourself, and I hope you do, because if you do, it will empower you. And that is, every single person here has a very high level specific mission that is unbelievably challenging. That means that we are energy fields of one that decided to come here in the most challenging times on the planet, because we are going to an ending at some point here of this planet, because we can't continue to be destructive. Humans have been so destructive that it's eventually taking things down to a place of no recovery. Well, we know there's all probabilities, and that there's a planet Earth that renews itself and is restored. You get to choose if you are going to be in that dimension, that reality, and that is absolutely your choice, and it does exist. All right, there is no one reality. So what you're seeing out there is you agreeing to participate in making the final chapter of the planet a really happy ending. Now, if you know me, I was an investment banker. If you know my story, I was an investment banker for 20 years, and I saw that nothing was going to change in my life. All the beautiful things, the awakening that I went through, all of that was never going to change if I didn't clean up every aspect of my life to make my absolute maximum impact on this planet. Of course, I had a mission here, and I found out what that was when I was ready to take it on. And that's what's sitting here in front of you, is part of my mission. Now, here's what I want to share with you. When I had this epiphany that it didn't matter how scary it was, but I was going to have to step out of the world that I knew to make massive change in my own life and on the planet. I quit an investment banking, didn't really know what I was going to do. I got trained online because I knew that was a way for me to reach massive audiences with positive information. I knew technology could be used for some amazing things. I made that huge transition because I realized that if we continued like you do in your own personal life, down a pathway, doing the same things, the ending is not going to be good. We know that it's not going to be the final big hurrah and happy ending, because we're not doing that during our lives. We're not overcoming the challenge like a movie does. Well, I wrote a best-selling award-winning book, and my movie has a pretty amazing ending. By the way, it's called The Rooftop Christmas Tree. It's based on a true story that somebody shared with me. I didn't make it up myself. I created the story. I was the writer. But it is based on an actual event that happened. And when I wrote the ending to that story, I wanted people to realize miracles are possible. And I want to share that with you, because if someone does something that they know is right, no matter what they have to go through, the ending's going to be amazing. And that's what's happening right now for you. You have to make a decision. You cannot stay in jobs, relationships, ways of living, how you've been acting, treating other people that are low frequency negative, that have any kind of negative impact on yourself or others. You cannot stay in that if you want the chapter, the final chapter of planet Earth that you participate in, to be a really happy ending. You therefore, every single person on the planet right now, came here to make that difference, to create the miracle final chapter, happy ending. We came here to do that. Everything that you do is with that final goal, because the universe is wrapping up some stories here. It's off to new things. Everything has a material expiration date. It doesn't have an energy expiration date. But planet Earth has to have something else happen here in order for all of this to go into something different. And so far, we haven't done it. It's happening now. You get to choose that. So you are so important. You chose to come here and shift, making difficult changes that you're going to find out aren't so difficult. Once I made my big changes in my life, I went, wow, that was easy. Wow. Whew. I'm out. I'm out of the financial industry. Oh my gosh, I don't have to play those games anymore. I don't have to be in conflict with my spirituality and my job. They're all one thing. And that's why so many people out there battle. You might be battling yourself personally in relationships. Boy, by the way, congratulations to my friends. There's a couple of them actually, who are leaving abusive relationships and took years to do it. They're so empowered now. They've taken my Breakthrough Fear course and realized this isn't going to change. And I'm making excuses, and I'm supposed to learn from this, forgive, see the beauty in the learning, and go to this higher level. And that is contributing to the final chapter of the planet. Because you are now going into and saying, no more. I don't accept this. And I don't have to condemn that which taught me these lessons to love myself. In fact, if I can still have love and compassion, but non-acceptance of that lower frequency behavior, I now contribute to forgiveness and passion and compassion and love and all the amazing things that can take us into the great awakening, the new earth. That's what's happening. So you have to look at your life, and you came here to do that because we are agreed to make it a happy ending on the planet. So all these things you're hearing, you're going into fear, you're watching this stuff, is part of the density that's trying to keep you there. It loves company. It's not a conspiracy. It's just a power control thing that the ego likes to do. And the ego loves to control because it's so limited that it believes it has to do these things to get things, when what we really are isn't power through the human body or anything else. We're everything you see and do not see. We are the power that created the conflict, that created the body, that created everything. You are the power of everything. So this role you're playing is the challenge that you agreed to take us into something beautiful. And you, if you want to participate, must be, it's a requirement, 100% focused on that. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If you think you're going to have to sacrifice things, it's going to be unpleasant to do that. It's the total opposite. Can you imagine not working in a job for a company that destroys the planet or harms people or produces products that are toxic or that harm animals or treat them without respect? Can you imagine if you didn't contribute to that anymore and you chose something different, and then you found out not only were you happier, you might even make more money? A lot of people doing that. I'm one of them, right? Investment bankers. I mean, come on. You know, how am I going to replace that? Well, guess what? Not only did I replace it, I am so happy every single day. And my life has transitioned because I change other people's lives. And that money, my life doesn't revolve around the money. The money comes, and that's the world we live in right now. That's eventually going to dissolve too. And therefore, we're not going to have to worry about homelessness and food and all those things, because distribution will be equal. Not in a weird kind of way. Don't go into that space. That's the old structure saying that's bad and this is bad and this. No, let it go, let it go. There's a world we can't even imagine. But it starts here. And you have that power. Look at your life and ask, what changes can I make? Start with what's under your sink in the kitchen. Do I use chemicals? Am I feeding myself things that contribute to an industry that's going to continue to make things that are bad for us? We are the power. And you came here to change this planet. And you're doing it because you're on my channel. And if you're on here complaining, you're still in that conflict phase of there has to be a right or wrong. There isn't. There is no right nor wrong. We don't have to argue anymore because you are so powerful and amazing. You are perfect exactly the way you are. Because that body isn't you, my friend. You are that power of everything that you see out there. Take a look at the sky and ask yourself, wow, we're in a speck of dust traveling at 30,000 miles an hour. This is insane. We can't even wrap our head around that. This final chapter is absolutely, you are meant to participate in it. You are not some loser, or you're not smart enough or pretty enough, or, I never get things, other people are better than me. That doesn't exist. It's a concept we must eliminate to empower ourselves to become the amazing, awakened, perfect, all-powerful humans that place everything else first, because that is us. You're looking at yourself. That power is you. And when you respect it, that's what comes here. And you go into this high space of great awakening that's going to transform you like you wouldn't believe. And stuff's going to happen. People have said, when you're awakened, do you see lights and stuff? I said, well, you can see that stuff. Doesn't mean you're awakened. The veils are coming down. People that are going into awakened states, we are actually taking the veils of the planet down by doing that. So everyone's going to start experiencing things that are a little bit bizarre, because why? The whole frequency of the planet's going up. So the dimensional experiences are changing. Even if you're on a lower frequency, you can experience some very strange things because we're transforming. We're transforming our energy. It's really amazing. If you come over to the Miracle Circle, lesson 7, all agree there is one principle of consciousness pervading the entire universe, occupying all space, and being essentially the same in kind at every point of its presence. It's all powerful, all wisdom, always present. All thoughts and things are within itself. It is all in all. I spent a whole month teaching you that. We actually work on it. We go into the quantum field. We're going to do meditations. We're going to realize I'm not this body. I've got to go out into here and let go of this frivolous garbage that we fight over, that we're worried about, because I'm the power of the universe. Does this sound insane? It's not. It's the truth. And we know this. The quantum experiments have proven everything's connected. It's all one thing, entangled. You can change the planet. What's the final chapter? You came here to make it a happy one. We can do this. And don't you doubt it. Get off that negative stuff. Don't worry about what decisions you make about your health or whatever. You're going to always be okay. You can't be destroyed anyways. And if some people exit, well, they decided they're off to a new adventure. It's beautiful. There's no pain when you transition. In fact, most people are outside of their bodies when that happens anyway, so you don't even have to worry about that. You're not going to experience that. You'll leave your body before you go into that human experience that's unpleasant, and you want to go into that space knowing that there's nothing to ever fear. This is the tough part. Master it, my friend. I hope this helped you, because I want you to go into a space of empowerment and feel the beauty that you are. I hope you'll subscribe. Please ring the bell, click the little bell if you want to be reminded of my videos coming over. This is the training I got when I quit my investment banking career, and it opened my world. Very spiritual people. These are free videos. It just tells you the skills that people are getting to take control of what they do for a living. 4 million people quit their jobs in the United States. Quit jobs. We're worried about it. Keeping jobs? People are quitting them. They're saying no more. That is really a positive thing. What are they doing? Things that they love, things that are meaningful, purposeful. Because we can live a simpler lifestyle that has more meaning in it. You can still enjoy the material world. It's beautiful. Abundance will flow to you. No, you don't have to sacrifice anything. It's going to be the opposite. I promise you that. You're whole and perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Sign up for my free video series, Manifest Anything. I'm going to be changing the videos in there. We're going to take it up a notch again, and I'm going to train you in much more in-depth kind of practices. So get ready for that. Those of you who already signed up, I'll let you know when I release the new videos so that you can participate in those. I'll make sure you get those because I'm going to start at the beginning. Congratulations for being here, and thank you for being the light warrior. I don't even like the word warrior because that's just made up too. Thank you for being the light on this planet. You're beautiful. And you're unconditionally loved, my friend. You're never alone. Namaste.